Japan is often seen as a stable, conservative democracy. This is one of the key points for non-Japanese looking to call Japan their home, or even just wanting to work in the country to experience it for a few years. But, beneath the surface, political forces are shifting. Having lived here a long time, I've always seen a bit of this, but recently I've seen a wave of nationalist rhetoric, anti-foreigner sentiment, and online activism starting to challenge the traditional political order and start to follow, in my opinion, similar trends throughout the democratic world in the last few years. At the center of this movement is a rapidly growing far-right party, Sanseito. But they're not alone. From local assemblymen to rising voices in national politics, Japan is witnessing a political shift that echoes recent global trends. In this video, we'll explore who those new political actors are, what they stand for, and what their rise means for foreigners living and working in Japan. Founded in 2020 by Sohei Kamiya, Sanseito, often translated as the Do-It-Yourself Party, started as a reaction to pandemic restrictions, opposing masks and vaccine mandates. But in just a few years, it's grown into one of Japan's most talked about political movements. The party gained national attention in 2022, winning a seat in the House of Councillors and rapidly building a grassroots support network. It now boasts over 100,000 paying members and a massive digital presence, especially on YouTube and alternative media platforms. At its core, Sanseito promotes a mix of nationalism, skepticism toward globalization, and a strong Japan-first identity. But critics say the party's message is increasingly exclusionary, and at times veering into hate speech. Sanseito's platform is wide-ranging and appeals to voters frustrated with the status quo. Their policies include reducing the tax and social security burden, limiting immigration and foreign labor, preventing foreigners from buying land in Japan, opposing same-sex and LGBT protections, rewriting Japan's education system to promote patriotism, amending the constitution to allow a standing military, and potentially nuclear weapons. Their economic views are protectionist, focused on shielding Japanese businesses from foreign capital, and their cultural platform includes a rejection of global liberal norms, particularly in regard to gender, identity, and education. Recent elections in Tokyo and beyond have highlighted how Sanseito and its affiliates are capitalizing on anti-foreigner sentiment. Local candidates have spoken out against giving foreigners access to health care and social services, often falsely blaming them for rising public costs. Yusuke Kawai, a local assemblyman affiliated with nationalist rhetoric, received strong support after opposing welfare for foreign residents, a stance that appeals to economically insecure voters, but is based on widely misunderstood facts.
って思ってる市民がそれだけいたということでしょうね。非常に多くのその外国人に対しての悩みというのは声も聞くしメールでも届くし、こんな状況でなんで日本人がね毎日頑張って働いてなけなしのお金でから払ってる税金をそんな外国人のためにねこれ単純に腹立ちませんって自分たちが頑張って働いたね税金でいうやっぱり国民感情っていうのは間違いなくあると思いますよ。祖国で面倒を見てくださいというふうにするべきであって日本人の税金から払うべきものではないと。
Most foreign residents in Japan either don't qualify for welfare or represent a very small regulated minority. Most residents, like myself, pay the same taxes as Japanese residents and should be entitled to the same services. According to a recent Japan Today article, comments by other right-wing figures, such as Takashi Kawamura, the mayor of Nagoya, have raised concerns among legal experts, with some suggesting they may violate Japan's hate speech laws. In one instance, Kawamura claimed that foreigners are coming to Japan to commit crimes, remarks criticized as inflammatory and unsupported by data. This woman, Uryo Hirano, who is a candidate for the House of Councillors, is an example of a galling and naive viewpoint that is not based in facts. Her words speak for herself.
社会保険料がどんどん上がってる言ってるけど、上がるに決まってるんですよ。新宿区の、外国籍の国民健康保険11億円が未能です。私たちが今まで積み上げてきた国民健康保険が外国人に悪用されています。生活保護って日本国籍に絞るべきではないですか？そうですよね。そうですよね。そうですよね。いや、私たち税金払って別にね、日本国籍が生活保護を受けるんだったら別にいいですよね。日本人なんだから。でもなんで外国人がね、生活保護を受けてるんですか？それっておかしくないですか？
Likewise, Saori Sato is a Tokyo City Assembly member. Hear what she has to say about foreigners.
もうね、危機的な状況です。歩いても外国人の方ばっかだし、治安も悪いし、私たちの税金使われるし、社会保険料上がってって、外国政策ばっかやられてるから、日本人の生活は苦しくなるし、増税ばっかりだし、日本はね、日本人でやっていけるんですよ。
Again, no real facts or proof to back up these inflammatory remarks. These narratives are amplified on social media, where they're often shared without context, feeding public anxiety and resentment. While Sanseito is currently outside Japan's mainstream political blocs, the tone they've adopted is spreading. Other parties, including hardliners within the ruling Liberal Democratic Party, have echoed similar rhetoric, particularly on immigration, crime, and culture. Even the Prime Minister of Japan himself has made some remarks that, taken out of context, have been used by others to back up their radical views. Analysts say part of this trend reflects a global pattern, the rise of online far-right disinformation, and a backlash against progressive social change. Polling also shows that Sanseito supporters are disappropriately young men, a demographic that feels increasingly alienated and pessimistic about their future. Voter apathy has allowed smaller but more energized parties like Sanseito to gain a disproportionate foothold. What sets Sanseito apart is its use of digital infrastructure. Members pay monthly dues to join an online legislative community, participate in discussions, receive daily news briefings, and even train to become regional organizers. They also use very professional-looking marketing and branding pieces and strategies to gain more traction with first-time viewers. This blend of activism and monetization has given the party an estimated annual revenue of over 1.2 billion yen, far more than most other minor parties. It's a sign that Sanseito is here to stay, at least in the near term. Whether you agree with their platform or not, Sanseito's rise reveals something deeper, a political vacuum, growing social anxiety, and a hunger for alternatives to Japan's post-war consensus. The debate over immigration, national identity, and social cohesion isn't going away, and how Japan responds, politically, legally, and culturally, will shape not just the lives of its foreign residents, but its place in the world. I'll leave you with some closing remarks by this Uryo Hirano woman.
甘いんですよ、甘い。無理ですから。無理。昔、植民地主義の時代ありましたよね。日本もめっちゃ領土広げたじゃないですか。ね、どんどん侵略してきましたよね。私たち次やられる側です。日本がやってきたことをやられるだけなんですよ。
Does she really believe this drivel, or is it purely political posturing to get power? Or is this a dangerous turn towards nationalism and exclusion? What do you think? Would you want to live here with people that think like this? If you found this video helpful, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. We'll be following this story, and many others about modern Japan, closely.
Yo!